Welcome. You're listening to For the Love of Real Estate, a podcast with Jeffrey Dusan and Adam Stahura.
Adam, the shift is here. No arguing that. What do we do first? How do we get ready? How do we change our businesses now?
Now it's a matter of deciding if you're going to work with the shift, make some adjustments, or if you're just going to give up. You know, it's not for everybody, but we need to have some realistic approaches to what we're trying to do in the market right now.
Well, it's funny that you jump straight to that and being realistic. Because when we talk to most people and we say a shift is here, we run across typically two people. The first one says, oh, Jeffrey, I've been fine in other market changes. I'll be fine in this one. And there probably isn't even one.
Yeah.
So we've got an overly optimistic person there.
Yes.
Right. And then we've got someone that says, oh, it's time to get out the business. I'm retiring. We're seeing a number of retirements, by the way. It's an interesting thing that I don't hear a lot of people talk about. And they're overly pessimistic.
Yes.
And then I think we need to be kind of in the middle. We need to be realistic. We need to be thinking, how can we use this as an opportunity to reset our businesses right now so that 2022 really starts today? And, you know, we're filming this here at the beginning of Q4. As far as I'm concerned, we get 3 bonus months on 2022 right now. Hurricane Ida kind of did that to us.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that mindset. What mindset, if I'm going to say, okay, I am going to I'm going to admit that I don't know everything. I need to refigure my business. Where do I start? What do I start doing today? Let's make this actionable.
Well, I think the main thing is obviously goals. It's got to start with your goals of what you want to accomplish, because
why are you
knowing
here?
that, we've got to figure out what do we want to do, and then we can back into that. And a lot of it does start even beyond just what you want to make in real estate. It's the difference that you want to make in your life.
Money's just a scoreboard, right?
It's just
money is just a scoreboard, so that's not going to be enough fuel.
No.
We need to help you find what is going to, or you need to find what is going to propel you forward perpetually. What is a bigger purpose you feel like you're here to serve?
I agree. I get a lot of agents that say, oh, this is how much I want to make, this is what I want to do, but why? You know, I can make all the money in the world, but I've got to know why I'm doing it and having that inner purpose. And then from there, knowing, okay, well, this is what I need to do in order to accomplish that. And then from there, I can look into my business and say, how can I make my business let me accomplish what I want to from a monetary standpoint, to accomplish what I want to in my life as a bigger picture. So looking at our goals, what is it that we would do to break things down and say, all right, how can we keep making money in a market that's continually adjusting?
Well, we know what you got to change.
Yeah, your mindset.
Okay. Your mindset. So we know you got to set a goal. We know that it's got to be something that's meaningful. A lot of people say it's their kids or it's their spouse. Usually that doesn't work long term. That might get you through the period while you're expecting a child or a particular time, but that's not a long-term thing.
No.
So the bigger you want your life to be, the bigger that goal really is.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's number 1. So number 2, now we got to back down from that and decide, how do we build a business that's going to support that big life?
Yeah. And really, a lot of it is based on starting with the systems and models that are in place that have already worked, have continued to work, and will continue to work. And then adding a little creativity on top of that. I think a lot of folks will get started and say, oh, well, the market's shifting. I'm either going to get out, or I'm going to get radically creative on all of these different things that I can do and utilize in my business. And people start buying different programs and different tools and like
I need $4,000 a month of Zillow leads to meet my goal.
Yes. And
I'm stuck at $10 million a year. I need to go take on more advertising. I need more expenses. I need this. I need that.
Yes. And they start to think of all these other things they need. That's really, I would say, kind of the opposite of what we need to be doing.
Right.
And start to look more inward of, well, what am I currently doing? and looking at starting a lot with the free stuff, going back to day one in real estate of what did I do to generate leads before I could afford to pay for them.
In an increasing or even peaking market, the person that buys $4,000 a month of Zillow leads and monetizes those looks like a genius,
Yeah.
right? That's somebody who we think we want to model after. But really, once those leads become garbage, once those once those leads have the rate drops substantially,
Yeah.
in that conversion rate drops substantially, there's a problem. And that's what happens in a shift, right? Conversion rates change, all of your ratios change.
Yeah.
So now we got to so our business is being remargined. We need to cut expenses. Stop
Exactly.
leading with expenses and go back to who?
To
The clients
Yeah.
that made us so successful, right?
the ones who already know us, like us, and trust us. We don't need to, obviously we always need leads. We always need to be lead generating. I see a lot of agents forget their past clients
Right.
and not continually reaching out to them.
Or
and
they
then
just
growing
send
that,
a postcard,
if that.
right? What were you doing after the storm?
Mm-hmm.
Were you sitting trying to just hold your deals together? Or were you also calling and texting your client base and letting them know that you know roofers, you know contractors, you know electricians?
Yeah.
I was running debris cleanup people to clients' homes. I was running our electrician went everywhere, I feel like, and would respond to me first
Yeah.
because I kept sending him deals and because we had done so much work with him before the storm.
Yeah. Exactly.
So that was an incredible value that people can give to their clients that costs zero. It just costs time.
Yeah. It really is the level of service and the professionalism of the standards that you have in your business and being able to reach out to everyone because your sphere and your database, that's all like a little community
Right.
that you're involved in. And it's a matter of continually providing that level of service and growing the relationship over time.
So real estate's going to get harder.
I wouldn't say that it's going to get harder. I would say that it's going to be, and not even more strategic, but it's going to boil down a little bit more.
So we got to get smarter.
Some of the noise out there will cook off. And really what it's going to be is the people who have maintained those relationships and maintain that level of service that you do, that is going to be leading the pack.
And it's interesting because right now, and this is another way this shift is different than prior shifts, there's more people in real estate school in the country than there are realtors that are licensed.
And, you know,
in the entire country.
Even going back to boiling it down, yes, some things will boil off, but then also some things are going to stick in. So this is what we need to look at is that with the agents that are still in the market, you know, like I was telling you earlier, is if you can't beat them, join them. So for the agents who are going to the top, find out, well, okay, if I want to be in real estate, but I don't want to do everything in real estate, maybe I'm good at working with buyers. Maybe I'm good at working on transactions or showing properties. Realizing that you can pair up with another agent who is succeeding at that high level and help them out and say, well, let me be a buyer's agent for you so you can go get more listings. Let me do transaction management for you so you can go get more transactions. And really what I think we'll start to see is more little gigs inside of the real estate job itself. And people will almost create like a mini brokerage inside of a brokerage. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. We're seeing that already. The cost of running a brokerage has gone up significantly, and technology has made it worse and more unapproachable, which we'd think would be the opposite, right? We'd think a dot loop contract would help us streamline contracts. But what's happened at the same time? You have no choice because doing it by paper when the amount of paperwork per deal has doubled multiple times over the last 10 years.
There's another addendum or another added every week, basically.
What about the fact that we're seeing lawsuits across the industry skyrocket on a per deal basis?
Yeah.
What about the fact that clients expect more? They expect an app.
Yeah.
If you don't have an app to give them that gives them the entire United States, every listing in the United States, who are they going to go to?
Mm-hmm. And that's the tough
Well,
part with.
who are they going to go to, Adam?
Yeah.
They're going to go to somebody that we don't want them to go
Yeah.
to. That's got a vested interest in driving a wedge between you and your client, and then taking them to another realtor potentially where they can get a percentage of that referral or a percentage of the deal from bringing them somewhere else, where they can get their more